Hello and welcome to Senior Wise Journey, your trusted companion for navigating life with wisdom and confidence after 60. In today's digital age, convenience is king. We tap our cards to buy coffee, pay for groceries, and breeze through checkout lines. But what if that same convenience could be turned against you, silently draining your bank account without you ever noticing? There's a new threat lurking in crowded places, an invisible thief that can steal from you without ever touching your wallet. It's called the ghost tap scam, and it specifically targets the technology that makes our lives easier: contactless payments. In this special 25-minute deep dive, we're going to pull back the curtain on this sophisticated fraud. We'll explain exactly what it is, how criminals pull it off, and most importantly, provide you with concrete, actionable steps to protect your hard-earned money. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. Stay with us as we equip you with the knowledge to stay one step ahead of the scammers. This is a crucial conversation for every senior, so let's begin our senior-wise journey into financial safety. Part 1. Understanding the ghost in the machine. So, what exactly is this ghost tap scam? The name itself sounds like something out of a spy movie, but the reality is far more grounded and, frankly, more concerning, because it exploits technology that millions of us use every single day. At its core, the ghost tap scam is a form of electronic pickpocketing. It leverages the near-field communication, or NFC, technology embedded in your credit and debit cards, the very feature that allows for tap-to-pay convenience. Think about the last time you paid for something. Instead of swiping a magnetic stripe or inserting a chip and waiting, you simply held your card near a payment terminal, heard a beep, and you were done. That seamless transaction is made possible by a tiny radio antenna inside your card that constantly emits a low-power signal. When you bring your card close to a compatible reader, that signal transmits your payment information securely to complete the purchase. It's fast, efficient, and has become the standard for modern commerce. However, criminals have found a way to weaponize this convenience. A scammer, armed with a portable, often concealed payment terminal, can walk through a crowded area like a shopping mall, a busy subway car, or a line at the pharmacy and skim payment information right out of the air. They don't need to see your card, touch your wallet, or distract you in any way. All they need is to get their device within a few inches of your purse or back pocket where you keep your wallet. This device, which can be purchased legally and easily online, acts just like the terminal at a grocery store. It sends out a signal, your card responds, and a transaction is initiated and approved in seconds. The charge is typically small, often between $20 and $40. This is a deliberate tactic. Most banks have fraud detection systems, but they are often programmed to flag larger, more suspicious amounts. A $500 charge might trigger an immediate alert, but a $25 one likely won't day. Scammers know this and keep the transactions under the radar. They aren't looking for a single big score from one person. They're playing a numbers game, collecting dozens of these small, seemingly insignificant charges from multiple victims throughout the day. For the victim, the theft is silent and invisible. There is no notification, no receipt, and no immediate sign that anything is wrong. You continue with your day, completely unaware that a small piece of your financial security has just been chipped away. This is the insidious nature of the ghost tap. It's a crime of stealth. A quiet drain on your resources that you may not notice for days or even weeks until you sit down to review your bank statement. That is the essence of this modern threat. A high-tech twist on an age-old crime, making our senior wise journey a bit more complex. This guide on senior health tips extends to financial health, which is a key part of elderly wisdom and enjoying life health after 62nd. Part 2. How the magic trick works. A scammer's playbook. To truly protect ourselves, we need to think like the criminals. Let's break down, step by step, how a ghost tap scam is orchestrated. It's a calculated process that combines simple technology, environmental awareness, and a deep understanding of human psychology. First is the acquisition of tools. The primary weapon in a scammer's arsenal is a portable point-of-sale terminal. These aren't some kind of futuristic spy gear. They are commercially available devices, sometimes marketed as tools for small business owners or vendors at craft fairs. Scammers can purchase them from online marketplaces with very little oversight. They might set up a shell company to appear legitimate, allowing them to process payments just like any real merchant. Once they have the device, they can pre-program it to charge a specific small amount, say $28.50. This removes the need for them to fiddle with the device in public, making the entire process faster and less conspicuous. Next comes the selection of the hunting ground. Scammers are strategic about where they operate. They need crowds and close proximity. Think about the places you visit regularly. A crowded supermarket on a Saturday morning, a bustling farmer's market, the security line at an airport, a packed concert hall, or even a crowded elevator. These environments are perfect for their purposes. In such settings, people are often distracted, focused on their shopping or their destination, and physical closeness is expected. Bumping into someone or standing very near them in a line doesn't raise any alarms. The scammer can simply walk by, accidentally brushing their bag, which contains the hidden terminal, against your purse or back pocket. The transaction takes less than a second. The third step is the execution of the tap. The scammer will have the device activated and ready. As they move through the crowd, they will subtly position the device near potential targets. The NFC technology in your card is designed to be always on, passively waiting for a signal from a reader. The scammer's terminal provides that signal. Once your card is within range, typically 1 to 4 inches, the radio frequency identification (RFID) chip in your card powers up and transmits the encrypted payment data. From your card's perspective, it's a legitimate transaction. It has received a valid request from a payment terminal and has responded accordingly. No PIN is required for these small tap transactions, which is precisely the loophole the scammers exploit. Finally, there's the laundering of the funds. After a day of working a crowd, the scammer might have dozens of small transactions from various victims. These funds are deposited into the merchant account linked to their POS device. From there, they will quickly move the money through a series of transfers, perhaps converting it to cryptocurrency or wiring it to an offshore account, making it incredibly difficult for law enforcement to trace and recover. By the time you, the victim, even realize a fraudulent charge has occurred, the money is long gone. This entire playbook is designed around speed, stealth, and volume. It's a low-risk, high-reward operation for the criminal, and it highlights why our own vigilance is the most effective defense. Understanding these mechanics is a cornerstone of elderly wisdom and is one of the most vital senior health tips for maintaining your peace of mind and securing your life health after 62nd. This senior wise journey is about staying informed. Part 3. The unfortunate target. Why seniors are in the crosshairs. It's a disheartening reality, but scammers of all kinds frequently and deliberately target older adults. The ghost tap scam is no exception. This isn't a random act. It's a calculated decision based on a set of assumptions, some true, some stereotypical, that criminals make about our generation. Understanding these reasons is not about assigning blame. It's about recognizing vulnerabilities so we can fortify them. One primary factor is perceived accessibility.
Criminals often operate on visual cues. They may observe that seniors are more likely to carry their wallets in a back pocket or in a purse slung loosely over their shoulder.
These locations are physically easier for a scammer to get their hidden device close to compared to, for instance, a wallet kept in a front pocket or a zippered internal compartment of a bag.
It's a simple matter of logistics and opportunity. They are looking for the path of least resistance, and a purse dangling at their hip level is an easy target as they walk by. Another significant reason is the presumed technology gap. While many seniors are incredibly tech-savvy, scammers play on the stereotype that our generation is less familiar with the nuances of digital payment technology. They wager that many older adults may not be fully aware that their cards have tap-to-pay functionality or understand that this feature is constantly active.
They might not know what RFID stands for, or that a signal is being emitted from their wallet at all times. This lack of specific technical knowledge makes it less likely that a senior would have proactively taken steps to mitigate this particular risk, such as using an RFID-blocking wallet.
The criminals are betting on this information gap. Furthermore, scammers are strategic about their choice of environments. They don't just wander aimlessly. They go to places where they know they will find a higher concentration of older adults. This includes grocery stores during weekday mornings, local pharmacies, community centers, places of worship, and clinics. By targeting these locations, they increase their chances of encountering individuals who fit their victim profile, maximizing the efficiency of their criminal enterprise. They are, in essence, going to where their market is. Finally, there's the cruel calculation regarding delayed discovery. Scammers often assume that seniors may not monitor their bank accounts as meticulously or as frequently as younger, more digitally native individuals. They might check their statements once a month when the paper copy arrives in the mail, rather than checking a banking app daily. This delay is golden for the scammer. It gives them a wider window to commit multiple small transactions over time without being detected. If they can charge a card $20 every week for a month before the victim notices, they've quadrupled their profit from a single skim. This delay also complicates the process of disputing the charges with the bank as the trail grows colder over time. Recognizing these predatory tactics is a crucial part of our senior-wise journey. It's not just about physical senior health tips. It's about financial elderly wisdom to ensure a secure life health after 62nd. Part 4. The uphill battle. Legal challenges and bank refunds. So, you've discovered a few small, unfamiliar charges on your statement. You know you didn't make them. The next logical step is to call your bank, report the fraud, and get your money back. It should be simple, right? Unfortunately, with the ghost tap scam, victims often find themselves facing a frustrating and unexpected uphill battle. The core of the problem lies in how these transactions are viewed from a technical and legal standpoint. When a ghost tap occurs, the technology is, in a sense, working exactly as it was designed to. Your card's NFC chip received a legitimate request from what appeared to be a legitimate payment terminal, and it responded by authorizing a payment. There was no brute force hacking, no stolen PIN, and no physical theft of the card. Because of this, some banks may initially classify the transaction as authorized. Their system sees a valid technological handshake, not a crime. This can be the first major roadblock, trying to convince a customer service representative that a charge you technically authorized via NFC was in fact fraudulent. Proving your case is another significant hurdle. How do you prove that you didn't make that $22.50 purchase at Merchant XYZ? The scammer was invisible. The transaction was silent. Unlike a cloned card that might be used hundreds of miles away while you're at home, this transaction likely happened while you were out and about in your own city. Without definitive proof, such as security camera footage that clearly shows a scammer brushing a device against you at the exact time of the transaction, which is nearly impossible to obtain, it can become a your word against theirs situation. The small value of the transactions also works against you. While it helps the scammer evade initial detection, it can also mean the bank dedicates fewer resources to investigating your claim. A fraud case involving thousands of dollars will trigger a major investigation. A claim for $25 might be handled by a lower-level department with a much higher caseload, and they may be more inclined to follow a standard script that leads to a denial of your claim. Moreover, consumer protection regulations often have strict reporting deadlines. Most banks require you to report fraudulent charges within a certain period, often 60 days from the statement date. As we've discussed, the nature of this scam means you might not discover the charges for weeks. If you miss that reporting window, your legal standing to demand a refund can be significantly weakened, even if the fraud is clear. Finally, the entire dispute process can be emotionally and mentally taxing. It involves long phone calls, filling out paperwork, providing documentation, and following up repeatedly. For many, this bureaucratic nightmare is so overwhelming that they might simply give up, deciding that the $50 or $100 they lost isn't worth the stress and hassle. Scammers know this and count on it. It's part of their business model. Navigating this is a test of perseverance, an essential skill on our senior-wise journey. Knowing your rights is one of the most important senior health tips for your financial well-being and a key part of the elderly wisdom we aim to share for a better life health after 62nd. Part 5. Building your fortress. How to protect yourself. Now for the most important part of our conversation, empowerment. We've defined the threat and understood the tactics. Now, let's focus on the practical, effective steps you can take today to make yourself a hard target. Building a strong defense against the ghost tap scam is not about becoming paranoid. It's about being prepared and making smart, simple adjustments to your daily routine. The single most effective tool in your arsenal is RFID-blocking technology. This is a non-negotiable first line of defense. RFID-blocking wallets, card sleeves, or even purses are lined with a special material, like carbon fiber or aluminum, that creates what is known as a Faraday cage. This cage blocks the electromagnetic signals that NFC and RFID chips rely on. When your card is inside an RFID-blocking wallet, a scammer's POS terminal simply can't communicate with it. It's as if your card is invisible. These products are widely available online and in stores, are very affordable, and come in countless styles. A simple card sleeve that you slip your card into can cost just a few dollars and offers robust protection. This is a small investment for significant peace of mind. Your second powerful option is to disable the Tap to Pay feature on your cards. Many people don't realize this is even possible. For most major banks, you can turn this feature on or off directly through their mobile banking app or website. It's usually a simple toggle switch in the card's settings. If you're not comfortable with apps, a quick phone call to the customer service number on the back of your card is all it takes. You can request that they disable the contactless payment functionality. This means you will have to go back to inserting or swiping your card, which takes a few extra seconds, but it completely eliminates the risk of a ghost tap scam. You can always turn it back on later if you wish. Think about strategic card placement. Be mindful of where you carry your wallet and cards. A wallet in a back pocket is the most vulnerable spot. A purse slung casually over a shoulder is also an easy target. Instead, consider carrying your wallet in your front pocket, which is much harder for anyone to get near without you noticing. If you use a purse or bag, place your wallet in an internal zippered compartment. The more layers of fabric and material between your card and the outside world, the weaker the NFC signal becomes, and the harder it is for a scammer's device to read it. Develop the habit of vigilant account monitoring. You don't have to wait for your monthly paper statement.
Make it a routine, perhaps every morning with your coffee, to log into your bank's website or app and quickly review your recent transactions. It only takes a minute. Look for any charge, no matter how small, that you don't recognize. The sooner you spot a fraudulent transaction, the stronger your case will be with the bank. Most banks also offer real-time transaction alerts via text message or email. Activate these.
Getting an instant notification for every purchase made with your card is one of the best ways to catch fraud the moment it happens. This proactive approach is what our senior-wise journey is all about, combining elderly wisdom with modern tools. These senior health tips for your finances are crucial for a worry-free life health after 62nd. Part 6. After the attack. A step-by-step recovery guide. Despite our best efforts, we can still become victims of crime. If you find a suspicious charge and believe you've been targeted by a ghost tap scam, it's crucial to act swiftly and methodically. Panicking is a natural reaction, but a calm, organized response will yield the best results. Here is your step-by-step action plan. Step 1. Contact your bank immediately. This is your top priority. Call the fraud department number on the back of your card the moment you spot a problem.
Use the word fraud or unauthorized transaction to ensure you are routed to the correct department. Inform them of the specific charge you are disputing.
They will immediately freeze or cancel the affected card to prevent any further fraudulent charges. This stops the bleeding. Be clear, concise, and firm.
Step 2. File a police report. While the local police may not be able to actively investigate every small fraud case, filing a report is a critical step.
It creates an official, legal record of the crime. This police report number is a powerful piece of evidence that will strengthen your claim with the bank and other financial institutions. It shows that you are treating the matter with the seriousness it deserves. Don't skip this step, even if the amount stolen seems small. Step 3. Document everything meticulously. Start a dedicated file or notebook for this incident. Write down the date and time of every phone call you make, the name and ID number of every person you speak to at the bank or police department, and a summary of what was discussed. Keep copies of all emails and correspondence. When you file a formal dispute with the bank, they will give you a claim or reference number. Write it down in large, clear letters. This paper trail is your best friend. It prevents the bank from claiming you never called or that information was not received. Step 4. Escalate, if necessary. If your initial claim for a refund is denied by the bank, do not give up. You have the right to appeal the decision. Ask to speak to a supervisor or the escalations department. If you still don't get a satisfactory resolution, you can file a formal complaint with a third-party regulatory body. In the United States, this would be the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB. They have a streamlined online complaint process and will formally investigate your case with the bank on your behalf. Banks take complaints from the CFPB very seriously. Step 5. Replace your card and fortify your defenses. Once the immediate crisis is handled, ensure the bank is sending you a new card with a new number. When it arrives, immediately take the protective measures we discussed earlier. Either request that the tap-to-pay feature be disabled from the start, or place the card directly into an RFID-blocking sleeve or wallet before you even put it in your purse. Step 6. Learn and share. Use this unfortunate experience as a catalyst for positive change. Review your security habits. And most importantly, share your story. Tell your friends, family, and members of your community about the Ghost Tap scam. The more people who know about this threat, the fewer victims there will be. Turning a negative event into a lesson that protects others is the ultimate expression of elderly wisdom on our senior wise journey, making these senior health tips invaluable for maintaining a safe life health after 62nd. Our journey today through the shadowy world of the Ghost Tap scam has been about one thing: empowerment through knowledge. We've learned that the same technology that offers us convenience can be exploited, but we've also discovered that the defenses against such threats are simple, accessible, and incredibly effective. By investing in an RFID-blocking wallet, being mindful of our surroundings, monitoring our accounts, and knowing exactly what to do if we spot trouble, we transform ourselves from potential targets into fortified, confident consumers. We take control. The world may be changing rapidly, but the principles of prudence and preparedness remain timeless. Your financial health is a vital component of your overall well-being, and protecting it is one of the most important things you can do for yourself and your family. Thank you for joining us on this crucial senior wise journey. If you found this information valuable, please help us spread the word by giving this video a like, sharing it with your friends and family, and subscribing to our channel for more essential content designed to help you thrive after 60. Your engagement helps our community grow stronger and safer. Stay wise, stay well, and we'll see you next time.